Okay, everybody, this is the tomato cage fall tree. Get that out of the way so everybody knows what video this is. Last year we did it a little bit differently, and it was sort of a pain, which is why I thought getting the garland this time would be easier, because were you in the class last year, Pammy, when we did the Christmas tree?
No, I was working.
Because basically, if you look at your tomato cage, you know, you've only got 1, 2, 3 bars going up and down, and then 1, 2 going around. And there's these big gaps here. So that would not be enough, you know, room to put mesh in. So what we basically had to do last year was we had to get heavy duty floral wire and make like extra bars to put our mesh on. And it was kind of a pain. It was time consuming. And you remember that, Gina? You were there?
I do. I remember that. I was in that class.
And so I saw somebody else doing it in a live, and they just wrapped the work garland around. I thought that's really a good idea. And you've already got pipe cleaners on it. Now make sure you have some extra pipe cleaners, because you know I don't really know. Let me get my pipe cleaners out. I don't really know how much coverage that's going to give us. It should cover the whole. Let's put these away here. It should cover the whole.
What could I do for you, Grimsby?
Pretty well. Just bring you some rather momentous news.
Due to the passing of a distant relative, you've
I wanted to show you guys a couple of things too while we're waiting for Pammy to
Maria.
Let me just. I don't know where I'm trying to put all my summer stuff away and, you know, transition over to fall and Christmas, and I just have like mesh lying everywhere. First of all, I wanted to show you guys, I got my lantern. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I got a red one.
I got my lantern last week too.
I have one like that, and I did a lantern already. And then I bought 2 small ones. But look at my tomato cage. This one came from Lowe's. John found them, and mine's made a little bit different than yours.
Really? Hold on one second.
I'll wait till you come back.
I wasn't going to add ribbon, but then when I was digging through my bags of stuff in my basement, I'm right here. I found some ribbon strips that I had saved from last year. So
I have tons of ribbon. See, look at my cage.
Well, let me make you big so I can see. Somebody's chatting me. Hey, Katrina, I guess your microphone's not working. She's saying hello. Let me make you big.
See the bars?
You have double bars. That's okay.
Yeah, I have double bars, and I have more uprights.
Yeah, well, then that's good for you.
Yeah.
I should have gotten mine at Lowe's. Well, actually, where'd you get yours from? I got mine from Lowe's. That's weird.
Got me.
Hey, Lisa. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. My lantern. What else did I want to show you? Hold on. Oh, if for anybody who's taken a candy cane, not the candy cane. I always say candy cane, candy corn wreath class. Look at this ribbon I found at Hobby Lobby.
Oh, that's cute.
That is pretty.
And I also got candy corn ribbon. I think I got it online from, do you guys ever go to the Etsy shop Trims? You heard of that? TRIMZZ?
Yeah.
I had candy corn ribbon I got from Lynn Key.
I got 2 kinds. I got lime green and I got this. Because I wanted this at first and I couldn't find it. So I got this, and then I saw this and I got this too. So that's what you do when you're obsessed with ribbon. And if you're taking the owl wreath class, I remember I got this last year at Joann's.
Yeah.
I hope they have it again this year, because isn't that cute?
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, Dollar General has owl signs out again this year. Did you see my post, Gina? Hey, Bridget. How are you? What are you looking at, Gina? You look confused.
I'm sorry. Where'd you get that owl ribbon at?
I got this last year at Joann's. I'm not sure if they're going to have it again, but
that's precious.
Isn't that cute? So that's for my owl wreath.
Last Saturday, and I was so underwhelmed at them. I did not like what they had.
Really?
Rock took a thing of bacon out.
Okay, so Dollar General does have an owl sign out now. I was over there the other day and I posted a picture of it. But hey, Teresa, let's get started here because this is going to be a time-consuming class. We may not even finish.
No.
We may have to
I just had it, and I was going to put it in the pan, and he grabbed it.
we may have to do what we did with the zinnia. We might have to start it, and then I may have to finish it up in a separate video. But I'm going to mute everybody here so we can kind of hear. If anybody has a question, you know how to unmute yourself. We're going to get a different view of me tonight. You guys are going to see me on camera. And I don't even have any makeup on, so don't judge. I have to set it up in a way where you could see what I'm doing because that's important. So this is the old setup we're going to have from the very first class back in June or July of 2017. You can see my wall of wreaths. I hope my charger reaches. I may have to plug my charger into another outlet because I don't want to run out of steam here. Hold on. I want to make sure my, yeah, let me get my charger, you guys. Hold on one second. I want to make sure I don't run out of battery here because then everything shuts down. I'll put my charger over here. All the technical stuff out of the way. And it's still not going to reach. Is it going to reach? Let me move my laptop over a little bit here. I'm going to have to move it way over. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here. There we go. It's reaching. I'm just not going to be able to step over there because I'll trip. Okay. 1 second while I plug my fan back in. I don't sweat to death. I have to plug my glue gun in over here. I'm moving everything around now. Okay, there we go. So, first thing we're going to do now, if you don't have a work garland, I'm going to try to explain this to you the best way I can. This is a work garland. And this is what I told you guys to get. You can get these from Craft Outlet. You can get them from anywhere online, really. Trendy Tree. And it's 9 feet. And it just has the pipe cleaners already attached. Now, what I did is I went ahead and I wound my 50 count lights right around it. And it worked out pretty well. It went all the way to the end. I just kind of wrapped each light in between each pipe cleaner. I don't even know how many pipe cleaners are on here. And I went all the way to the end, and I just kind of secured it with a zip tie here. And then what we're going to do is just wrap the work garland around the tomato cage. And that way we already have pipe cleaners on here to put our mesh on. If you don't have a work garland, I can either explain to you here how to do it, or I can send you the old tomato cage video, because there are 2 other tomato cage videos that I did last year for Christmas. And I did it the old way, meaning that if you can see the tomato cage, this one anyway, it's kind of hard to see. Hold on. The tomato cage has 3, or actually 2, there's one on the bottom, but we're not going to use that one. 2 going around, and then my particular one, depending on where you get it, has 3 bars going up and down, okay? Now, if you don't have a work garland, what you're basically going to have to do is get some floral wire and wrap it around and make like an extra rung here. to put your mesh on, because these aren't going to be enough. You're going to have gaps. You just wrap it around and go up and down, and you're going to have to go around too. You're going to have to add floral wire in between, wrapping it around this way and up here. Now, it's hard for me to explain without showing you, so if you don't have a work garland, I suggest you get one, but if you don't, they're only about $6. Just ask me for the old video, and I show you in that one how to do it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the work garland. Let me see who else has popped on here. Pat Joe's iPad. I'm not sure who that is. Hi, Mimi. Hi, whoever that is. Maybe it's your first class. Welcome. If your microphone's not working, I do mute everybody at the beginning of the call just to cut down on background noise. If your microphone's not working, just check your settings in Zoom. You may just have to give Zoom access to your microphone, or message me tomorrow and we'll, try to get it figured out. There's a chat button too if you want to type me a message. Okay. So you're going to want to have your cord at the bottom, obviously. If you don't have lights, you can always add lights afterwards. Oh, is that Patty Tucker Jackson, maybe? I think she just posted in the group. Okay, so leave your cord at the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and start at the bottom here. Now, bear with me, you guys, because I've never used a work garland on here before. Like I said, I did it differently last time. But these bend. So you're going to want to have some zip ties handy. You're going to secure it as you go along. Just make sure you can see the bottom here where I'm working. You're just going to kind of want to zip tie it like that first piece of the work garland. Just zip tie it on there. I actually had to get some duct tape and tape a piece of my tomato cage together on the bottom because it was broken. I didn't realize that. I had 4 other ones, but I thought, I really want to use this one. I'm not going to throw it away because of that. Now, just start wrapping it around. Somebody's chatting me. Hold on one second. So I can look and see who's asking me a question. Oh, Patricia Murphy, correct, that's who that is. Hi there. We'll get back with you, my dear. Maybe you just need to adjust the settings in Zoom so your microphone will work. And then you can ask questions out loud. It's a simple fix, but welcome to the class. As long as you can hear me and see me, if you want to continue to message me questions if you have any questions. It just may take me a second to see you because I'm wrestling with my garland right now. So I want to kind of start at the bottom here. I'm sort of going in between these, you can see, in between these bars here. This bar here and then the one on the bottom. I'm just going to secure it with the zip ties as I go along so it doesn't slide. This is something I probably could have had you do before class, but I wanted to show you.
Are we going in between the bottom and the middle, the second rung?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And it is sliding a little, so just make sure those zip ties are tight and don't be afraid to put as many on as you need so it doesn't slide. Get to see me on camera tonight. How exciting. Usually you don't get to see me. I would actually zip tie each, wherever your garland is hitting a bar, put a zip tie there. And you just gradually start going up. I'm probably going to be adding some additional pipe cleaners along this bottom here. I mean, I know I will be. So like I said, make sure you have extra pipe cleaners available.
Where did you get the orange garland? With the
I think I got this from Craft Outlet.
okay.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what color. They have all different colors at Craft Outlet, though. You can't really find these in the stores, these work garlands. It was like $6, I think. I probably should have started down a little bit farther. I don't really have anything here. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Rustling a snake. This thing has a life of its own. This is the boring part, you guys, sorry. Boring but necessary. Just try to get it as tight as you can when you're wrapping it.
Christina,
Yeah.
I think I messed it up. I thought I had to go around the whole bottom first.
You mean down here?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you did the right thing. I think I probably should have too. Because what I'm going to have to do now, Mimi, is I'm going to have
I
to...
did the same thing. I went all the way around the bottom too.
That's what I should have done. That's okay. That's okay. I wasn't thinking. So I'm going to have to go in and I'm going to have to add pipe cleaners now. That was my fault. So you did right, I did wrong.
At which point do I go up?
No, you're fine.
But where do I go up? At which point?
You go around the bottom and then just gradually start going up.
Okay.
So like try to get your garland in between the bars. So here's your bars, if you can see. I know it's hard to see with me. Hold on a minute. The bars going around here, you have 2. Try to get your garland in between those. And if we have to add more pipe cleaners, we have to add more pipe cleaners. And this one I kind of have to slide down, I think, because I'm too close to my bar. Yeah, hold on a minute, I gotta slide that one down. See, this is the first time I've done it this way with the garland, so I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Because what your point, the whole purpose of adding the garland is so to create space in between the wires, because you're gonna be able to add pipe cleaners to these. Okay, that's why you want the extra pipe cleaners. So the whole purpose of having the work garland is to create another space here, another way to add more ruffles in between the wires of the tomato cage that are already there. So try to center it in between. There. All right, let me fix this one because I had to move it down. I'm sorry if that's confusing. So again, we can add pipe cleaners to these. So try to get your garland in between these. That's what you want to do. There's no sense in wrapping it right up on that because we can put pipe cleaners there. This is just so we don't have to put the floral wire because that's a pain in the neck. All right, that's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that was in the middle. Okay. Now we can go up toward the top. Yeah, I should have wrapped mine around the bottom. Before you get to the top, do me a favor, grab a zip tie. This is one thing I forgot to tell you. You got to zip tie the top together. Let me show you. You know, my reeds are all over the top here. If you can see that there. Let me hold something up so you can see it. Hold on. The top, you're going to want to wrap a zip tie around that. It's going to look like a little teepee because you want these pieces to be held together. Okay? Just like that. I'm sorry, I got to hold the paper up because my reeds are back there. See how I have it zip tied together like that at the top? Just so they're not coming apart. There. And you can finish your garland. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I didn't wrap it around the bottom. Definitely, yes, if you're watching this video, start your garland and go all the way around the bottom first, and then go up in between the bars. But I'll fix it, I'm not worried. Going to wrap it first and then I'm going to zip tie it. Now try to position one of your pipe cleaners right at the very top because you don't want these to show your wires here. So try to make sure you can position one, you can put some mesh at the top there. Just wrapping this wire around here. I didn't even think to test my lights before I put this on. I hope my lights work.
Okay, I don't have enough to go all the way up.
How short are you?
Very. This was 50, whatever, 50 lights.
You don't have enough lights or you don't have enough garland?
No, I don't have enough garland. The lights on the garland was expensive.
Christina,
Yeah.
you need to start at the bottom. The bottom, you can always go back on that bottom round that sits on the table or flat. You can add pipe cleaners to it. I would put the garland, I would secure it down there and then start going around your middle.
Well, that's what I did. Yeah.
On the second rung up, don't wrap it either, because if you wrap that second rung, because you can wrap pipe cleaners around it. You don't, and that's what I'm having to do. I'm ending up short, and I'm having to go back and take mine apart to go back up through there.
Yeah. I mean, I have enough, but I didn't wrap mine around the bottom either.
I'm not going to be short. Actually, I'll probably have enough to swoop down a little bit more.
Can you redo yours, Mimi? Can you like move it up? Because again, we can always add pipe cleaners to the bottom.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna cut it and.
I'm sorry, honey. Like I said, this is the first time I've done it with the garland. Last year I did it with the, see, I need to move this up. It's against my wire. I need to move that up. Last year I did it with, I added floral wire. So.
Having not done it with floor water, this seems to be much easier.
Oh yeah, it is.
A little
It is
bit
much
more
easier.
time consuming maybe, but, oh, maybe not. But
No,
I like
it's
this way.
really not. No, the other way was, Gina
Yeah.
knows.
The other one was horrible.
Yeah, it was
Was
hard.
it?
But you just have to remember that you're going to be tempted to wrap your garland around your wire here. Don't do that, because we can use this wire in the middle to add pipe cleaners to. The goal of the garland is to create another vessel for you to add mesh to and pipe cleaners. So try
Well,
to
that
make,
makes perfect sense.
yeah. Now again, I didn't wrap it around my bottom, but I can put pipe cleaners on there. As long as you've got
As
something to attach a pipe cleaner to, you can put mesh on there. So
As far as the lights, Christmas will be coming and they will have all kind of lights out.
yeah, I'm surprised my Dollar General had lights. Actually, you can put lights on after. Just sort of tuck it in between the mesh, so you don't see the wires. That's all. That's all.
Because I bought some lights last year at the end when Christmas was, but the white ones were pretty hard to find. But
Yeah. You can get
Walmart
them
doesn't have their lights out yet.
You can get them online. There's a website called ChristmasLights.com.
Oh, I know. They have some
lights all
stunning
year
lights.
round.
I found it at Hobby Lobby.
eBay too. Hobby Lobby,
Yeah.
really?
I got mine
Yeah.
at Pat Catan's.
Yeah, always stock up on lights after Christmas because you know you're going to be using them. Mimi, we can wait for you until you fix yours, honey. That's fine.
No, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Don't worry.
So just remember, if you guys are watching this video afterwards, again, the goal that you're trying to achieve by attaching the work garland is to go in between the existing bars. Because if you have a bar there, you can attach a, I wish I had a white sheet up here. I'm so sorry. I feel like my reeds are sort of distracting here. If you have a bar there, you can add a pipe cleaner to it. So you don't really have to have the garland there. You want it in between your bars. Let me just make sure I cut up on my pipe cleaners. Maybe I'll move my camera. Is it distracting you guys to have my reeds back there? Can you like not really see because of my reeds? I can move my camera.
Not at all.
Are you sure? Let me
It's
see.
not bothering me.
Let me see
It's
if I can,
fine.
let me
It's
see if I can
fine.
put it over here.
Your wreaths are fine.
I know, and I'm not listening to anybody.
No, it's just fine. Leave it where it is.
Hold on. Whoops. Now that's too close. What the heck is going on? This is going to be a fun class, you guys.
Christine, does it bother you?
Yes. Can you tell?
Yes.
Well, that's really all that matters, right? Hi, Emily.
Hello. I'm not working. I'm only watching.
That's okay. And you get to see my messy couch and my stuff in the corner.
Hey, Christina,
Yeah.
this is Bridget.
Hi,
I was
Bridget.
in a car wreck the other day, and I took some pain medicine, and it's hitting. Can you send me the video for this class, and I'll finish watching it?
Oh, I didn't catch what you said, honey. What's that?
I said I was in a car accident the other day.
Oh, no.
I took some pain medication a little bit ago, and it's hitting, and it's making
I'm so sorry.
So
Of course I'll send you the video.
Okay, ladies, y'all have fun. I miss y'all. We'll
Bye,
see you
Bridget.
later.
Hi, Bridget. Feel better.
Yes,
I
feel better,
will.
honey.
Feel better, Bridget.
Bye, guys.
All right, you guys, I'm going to fix this because I like this angle better. We're going to be here for a while. I hope you don't have anything else to do. Hold on.
I think you're fine. You're fine.
But I feel like I can't. Here we go. There's my face. Whoops. You get to see my boxes in the corner, that's all. My boxes of stuff everywhere. Do I like that angle or not? I can't see the top of my tree though. I can't see it. I can only see the bottom.
Okay, I want to tell you something. I have fallen in love with using zip ties on stuff.
With zip ties?
Yes. God, they make it so much easier.
Hold on a second, ladies. Isn't that a fun shot? I'm like, are you guys getting vertigo watching all that or what?
Woo!
Hold on. I gotta get some more tape. I know what I want to do. Close your eyes for a minute. I want to do this. That's what I want to do. Just like that. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm done. Okay. Good, everybody. Here. You guys gotta learn how to mute yourself, yo. That's all right. Okay. Who's unmuted again? All right. Nobody touch your unmute button unless you have a question. Okay, I'm just teasing. See, that looks better to me. Even though you see my boxes in the corner, don't look at my messy
I'm
boxes.
quitting.
Stuff everywhere. All right, let's get going here. What time is it?
I'm quitting. I'm going to bed.
Why, Mimi?
I'm aggravated. I don't even know how to go up.
Honey, you just have to wrap it around in between the bars. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see your bars in the middle here? The bars that are already there? you cut, when you're wrapping your garland around, you want to go in between the bars. You follow me?
But then I won't have enough.
Not if you took it off the bottom. You see how I started mine? I didn't start mine at the bottom here. You see my bottom rung? I didn't start it there.
Okay.
I attached it, okay? And then you see how I started immediately to go up with it? And I just went in between the bars. That's all. And just zip tie it to the bars that are going up and down. I think I gotta put another zip tie there. Honey, if you just wanna watch and do it again with the video, that's fine. You know, you don't have to, you know, leave. I hate that you're frustrated. You know, I just sort of did it as I went along. I didn't really have a plan. I just knew that I needed to make sure that I had zipped or pipe cleaners in between my bars. Because if you have a bar, we're probably going to have to add a pipe cleaner to it. Where's my snippers? All right. All right, let's see. You can use all one color mesh if you want, or you can use different colors. Now I got this orange, and I was going to use all orange, but then I thought that's going to be way too bright. So I have some orange, and let's see, I cut just some natural jute. If my camera's over here, some natural jute mesh, which is just like a tan. And then I have some gold. Now I have a metallic gold, which is this one, but I also have another gold from another project that's not a metallic. But I don't know if I like that much. So we're gonna wait and see how they look. And these are 18-inch pieces. Now, what I wanna do first, because we don't have any garland on the bottom, I want to go ahead and I want to add some pipe cleaners around the bottom because that's where we're going to start. So I'm just going to start and add, you can see me by the camera here. I'm going to add a pipe cleaner at the bottom here. And I'm going to start adding some mesh. And we're going to make ruffles. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my jute mesh here. Just ruffle it up. I'm going to fold the edges under like I always do when I make a ruffle. I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to go do 2 per pipe cleaner. See how that looks. And then I think with that one I'm going to do, I'll do an orange. You kind of just have to see how it looks as you're going along. Now we may not finish this in class tonight, you guys. This is a kind of a time-consuming project. But if we don't finish it in class, I'll definitely you know, do another video tomorrow afternoon, just like I did with the zinnia, just to show you the rest. So when you put your second piece down, just make sure that you crisscross your first piece. Just like we do with a wreath. And these are 18-inch pieces, so I think that 2 per tie is going to be enough. Now, I'm probably not going to add any ribbon to mine, but I might because I just found a bunch of those ribbon pieces from last year that I forgot that I had. So you can add the ribbon just like you do with a wreath. But we'll do that afterwards. So I think now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start alternating my colors. So let's add another pipe cleaner because we're going around the bottom. I would say, you know, 3 to 4 inches apart. You want this to be pretty full. And I think now I'm going to do, I'm still going to do another orange. And Gina's got 4 different colors. So Gina, obviously you do yours in whatever pattern you want to do it in. So I'm going to do the orange on the bottom. I think I'm going to use one of my gold. I think I'm going to use the metallic gold. I like that one better. And Gina's got brown. She's got, what else do you have, Gina? You have like a red gold. The two-tone mesh would look really pretty here. You can get the two-tone mesh from Craft Outlet, the Reed Shop.
I have gold, orange, red gold, and a brown metallic.
The brown, that's going to be really pretty. Just trying to get my ruffles to kind of push up on each other. You don't want one ruffle to be on top of the other one. You kind of want them to push each other up. So just looks a little bit more full. You could even use a moss green mesh here too. That's a pretty fall color. If you're going to do a red though, I would do, you know, like a red gold, the two-tone. I think this is a red gold that I showed at the beginning of the class that I got from, I think, the Reed Shop. I should have gotten more because this would have been really pretty, this red gold. I should have gotten more of that, but I can't use it. That's for my sunflower because I haven't finished my sunflower. So I'm going to go back again, and I'm just going to keep going around the bottom with my pipe cleaners. Space them about 3 to 4 inches apart. You can see that. I know it's kind of like dark down here. And I'm going to do, what am I going to do now? I'm going to do my jute again on the bottom. Now, you can do 10-inch cuts, but honestly, that would just mean that you'd have to add more per pipe cleaner. So 18 inch is nice. You know, ideally, if you have a 30-foot roll of mesh, 10-inch mesh, which 10-inch mesh usually comes in 30-foot rolls, ideally you would think, okay, well, I can get, you know, 20-inch cuts out of that because 20 goes into 30 feet, I believe, 18 times. But that's in a perfect world if you're getting perfect cuts of mesh. So that's why I do 18, because it sort of allows for waste. And then you can get more out of your roll. And this way, if you do 18-inch cuts, you only have to do 2 per pipe cleaner, and it's a lot fuller. So try to push that over after you attach it, because your pipe cleaner is going to want to slide. So just push that over as close to your previous one as you can. And then when you add more mesh, it'll kind of hold it in place. So let's see what we want to do now. Now I want to go back to my gold. Do orange on the bottom. And if you wanted to add ribbon to this, you can. I gotta have a pipe cleaner. I don't have anything to attach it to. I've got a ruffle in my hand and no pipe cleaner. if you guys want to try a really yummy recipe, I'm just thinking about what we had for dinner. My son is trying to learn how to cook. He doesn't really do a lot of cooking, but he's been following this one guy on YouTube that cooks, and his recipes are pretty simple and they're easy to follow. And he found a recipe for these spinach puffs. And you're supposed to use puff pastry, but we got crescent rolls instead, which are basically the same thing. And it's, you get fresh spinach, chop it up, but first you chop up a couple of cloves of garlic and a shallot. Shallots are nice if you don't really like onions because they're not as strong as an onion. And saute that a little bit just so they get soft. Then you add your spinach and some seasoning. I think it called for a little bit of dill, salt and pepper. And then you mix that with some feta cheese and some cream cheese. Now tell me that anything with cream cheese isn't good, because everything with cream cheese is good. So then once you get that on, just kind of slide it over. Slide it over as far as you can to, you know, next to your previous ruffle. So then so your cream cheese and your feta cheese, and then what else? A little bit of bacon, a couple pieces of bacon that have been fried, crisp. A little Parmesan cheese. And I think you put like an egg yolk in there to sort of bind it all together. And then you get your crescent roll and you just fill it and bake it. Man, were they yummy. Anyway, I'm just blabbering here. Does anybody have any questions? Is anybody stuck anywhere?
Hey, Chris, it's Pam. Peanut wanted out, so I missed the whole bottom. Are we just putting him into the work wreath, or are we adding the ruffles?
All I'm doing is going around the bottom right now. I'm adding pipe cleaners all around the bottom.
Okay.
And adding
Go ahead. My work wreath is all the way around the bottom, so just to the work wreath, or?
Yeah, if you've got your work wreath around the bottom, yeah, do the work wreath. The only reason I'm adding pipe cleaners is because I didn't wrap my work wreath around the bottom. So.
Okay, 3 ruffles per twist?
No, I'm doing 2 because you've got 18-inch ruffles, right?
Okay, 18, I do.
18-inch pieces, yeah, so do 2.
Okay, okay.
If you find that you've got a gap in between your pipe cleaners and you don't think it's full enough, throw another pipe cleaner in between on your work wreath. I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I'm not quite sure if it's going to be full enough. It should be. No, all you missed was me talking about what we had for dinner, basically.
Well, you know what I had for dinner.
Yeah, I got to try that Mississippi pot roast. Does it make it
Mississippi pot roast?
Does it make it spicy with the
No.
The pepperoncini, or
not
no?
At all.
No?
Not at all. It just adds a little bit extra flavor, but it is not hot and spicy, not one little tiny
I don't
bit.
mind spicy, but I don't know if my son would like it, but we'll see. I'd love to try it. I'm looking at my...
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, good. Definitely got to try it. I'm glad I picked these colors. I like these colors together, the gold and the... It would have been too much with just the orange, so I'm glad I picked these colors. I keep doing this. I keep making my ruffle, and I don't have my pipe cleaner on here. Duh. Then I have no place to put it. You know, I want to say that I think Craft Outlet makes tree forms like this. I'm not quite sure how big they are with pipe cleaners attached, but I mean, you know, you're going to pay $2 for a tomato cage. I don't know how much the tree form is at Craft Outlet. And again, it may be a little time consuming to do all this and to add the work wreath and to add the pipe cleaners and all that and wrap it around but you know, just take your time. There's, you know, that's why I tell everybody when you're joining a class, you know, I know when I did my first class, I was way behind and I got frustrated. I did a Zoom class like this and I ended up not being able to finish and I felt frustrated. I don't want anybody to ever feel frustrated. You can definitely just watch and just make your creation with the video. That's why everybody gets the video. Because a lot of times, you know, when you're in a class, you know, you're feeling pressure to keep up with everybody, and I don't ever want anybody to feel pressured. I'm the only one that has to feel pressured, which I always do, so no. Because I always feel like I'm going to screw up, especially when I try to make a bow. But I think I'm getting a little bit better at that. I think I've come a long way with my bows.
Christina?
Yeah?
I'd like to show you this. How do I do it?
Just turn your webcam on. You know how to turn your webcam on? Are you on your phone or your laptop, or what are you on?
iPad.
Okay. So tap on your screen and your controls should come up.
Right.
And then turn your video on.
Okay.
Let me click on you. What are you showing me? You want to hold up your tree?
Okay, but wait, do I turn this to the, oh my God, what an idiot.
No, you're fine. Just go ahead and stand back. Pick up your tree and stand back away from your iPad.
Can you see it?
No, you gotta, I don't know what you're doing. You gotta hold up your tree. There you go. There you go. Turn it around like you just did. Perfect. All right, stand still for a minute there. See, now that looks good. You've got it in between. Go up a little bit so I can see the top. Go up a little bit. Move your finger, honey. That looks good. Now what you're gonna do, go down. You're gonna start wrapping pipe cleaners around that bottom. You see how I have mine?
Okay, I did. That's what I'm showing you.
Oh, okay, now go down to the bottom. I mean, you already put the pipe cleaners on? Or just
Some
the
of them.
garland?
Some.
Yeah, so you just do what you're doing. Yeah, there you go, that's perfect, yep. And don't be afraid to put them really close together. So like what I'm doing is as I'm adding them, I'm pushing them over. I'm squishing them really tight together.
Right, it takes a lot of them. It's gonna take a lot of them because they separate.
To separate what, honey?
They're separating, you know, the little bunches, the two together. You really gotta push them together.
Yeah, you do. If you want them nice and full, yep. You know, again, this is not a project that's going to be fast. So, but if you want it to look nice, I mean, you don't have to squish them really close together, but just close enough together so, you know, it looks nice and full like that, and you don't have, you know, any gaps at all. That's all. Don't ask me how many it's going to take because I really don't know. I'm just kind of adding them as I go around. And then when we move up to our garland, we're going to start adding them to the garland. And again, I don't even know if the garland pipe cleaners are going to be close enough together. They should be, but if I see any gaps, I'm going to add another pipe cleaner and I'm going to add more mesh. That's why it's good to have, you know, I told everybody to have 2 to 3 rolls of mesh. If you're going to have 3 or 4 different colors, you're going to have 3 rolls of mesh anyway. But that's why I always tell everybody, make sure you have extra mesh. So if you got to add a ruffle here or there, you've got the mesh to do it. Just take your time, Mimi, honey. It's not a race. You're doing good. You don't finish it tonight, you know what? There's always another day with the video.
Christina,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to show you what the colors are looking like on this.
Are you not confident in your colors?
Oh no, they're turning out gorgeous.
Okay, because you sounded like you weren't sure.
No, you got to see it. Look
All
at
right,
it.
hold on a second. Let me fix my.
Oh, Gina, that's pretty.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me make you bigger here. Ooh, I love those. That's going to be gorgeous.
I thought when I added the yellow to it and the gold color to it, that's what set it off. I'm glad I did.
That's going to be gorgeous.
When it's
Very,
lit up,
very
it's going
nice.
to be on fire.
What's that?
So when it's lit up, it's going to look like it's on fire.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I told Gina already what happened yesterday morning. My toaster caught on fire, you guys. Oh my God. I have a little, Gina's laughing, but my kitchen still smells like smoke. I have a little, it was a little cheap toaster, a little 2-slice $10 toaster or whatever. I think I got it from Big Lots. And I put a bagel in it for my son. And you know, now that I think about it, I remember glancing over at it and noticing that the element inside, the heating element, got really red really fast. And normally it takes a while. You know, it takes a while to heat up. And I thought, that's kind of weird. But you know, I'm half asleep. I hadn't even had my coffee yet. I've got Sammy, you know, running around the kitchen, bumping into things, wanting her breakfast, which is my every morning routine. You know, because she's blind, and you know, trying to get my daughter up for work because she still can't wake up on her own. I have to wake her up like 15 times. And all of a sudden, I'm in the other room and I see smoke. And there's flames coming up out of my toaster. I'm like, oh my God. I'm calling my son. And I guess the heating element just like broke and overheated. And I was really scared because my toaster is right under my kitchen cabinet. So, I mean, that could have really been bad. I'm laughing about it now, but oh my God. So that was my morning yesterday. So anyway, never had that happen before. So be careful with toasters, you guys. I'm telling you. What color do I need now? I'm losing track here because I'm chatting. I need orange. I think my colors are looking good together. I wish I would have gotten a red gold instead of the orange though. I think it'll be okay. My daughter got home from work again today. She's like, Mom, the kitchen still smells like smoke. I'm like, I don't know what to do. You know, you're gonna laugh. I gotta put my AC on. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I was kind of hoping that Dollar General had put their mesh out because last year Dollar General had this really pretty, yeah, I did say Dollar General. They're $5 a roll, the the 10-inch mesh, and it's not bad quality. Last year Dollar General had like the jute mesh with the foil in it, with like the orange or the gold foil through it. I'm pretty sure they did. And I thought that would have been pretty too. If you guys remember the fall mesh flower that we did, it looked like this. Hold on, it was this mesh. They had this at Dollar General last year. So I was kind of hoping, because this would be really pretty in the tree too. If you guys want to go to BB Crafts, that's where I got this. And I have to finish my flower too. So how many guys have, like, you guys have projects that you just have not had time to finish? Me. So I thought that would be really pretty in this tree too, if you could find a mesh like that. I've been ordering a lot from the Wreath Shop lately. I'm not sure if any of you have ever ordered from the Wreath Shop before, but I like them for a couple of different reasons. Their prices are really good. Now, they're comparable to Craft Outlet, but the thing that I find with Craft Outlet is that, and it's the same mesh, it's Craig Bachman mesh, which is, he's a well-known wholesaler, if you're not familiar with Craig Bachman, and his mesh is very good quality. But the reason why, you know, unless I have a big order to place with Craft Outlet, I have a tendency to order from the Wreath Shop, because one thing I noticed with Craft Outlet is, yes, you get free shipping when you order $69 or more, and it comes really fast. But if you pay for shipping, it's slow. I don't know why. It's just a lot slower. But with the Wreath Shop, it's priority no matter what. And their shipping costs really aren't that bad. And I always get my stuff super, super fast with them. But check out the Wreath Shop if you haven't already. Now, again, if any of you want to make this and you don't have a work garland, I mean, they're not expensive, but if you want to try to make it without the work garland, all you have to do again is add floral wire and wrap that around. And, you know, I have 2 videos from last year where we did Christmas trees, and that's how I did it. So if you want me to send you a copy of those videos too, to show you how to do the floral wire instead of the work garland, then just let me know. Hi, Jackie, I didn't see you there. I just happened to look up. I'm wrestling with my tree.
Yeah, I got here late.
That's all right. That's okay. We're still working on the bottom here. This we probably won't finish. I'm going to try. All right, now what color do I need? I'm trying to think what I need here. I need gold now. So I'm using gold, I'm using orange, and I'm using a natural jute mesh.
Christina.
Yes, ma'am.
I bought my tomato thing at Home Depot. And
Okay.
I see that the distance from the bottom to the middle wire is much wider than yours. How am I gonna cover? I mean, it's gonna take like 10 rolls.
Did you put, did you wrap your garland in between the space there, your work garland?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But there's still a big space?
There's a big space between the bottom and the first one, and then in between. Oh my goodness, I don't know that I'm doing this right.
Listen, if you still find that you have a big space, honestly, and I hate to say this, you're gonna have to get a piece of floral wire and wrap it around to bridge that gap.
Or another one, because I bought 3 of these, so I'll just use the second
3 of
one.
what, honey? The work garlands?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just throw another one of those on there.
Okay.
That's an easy fix. And you know, and again, I'm so sorry. This is, you know, it's a fun project, but it's not, you know, it kind of takes a little work. You know, you kind of have to, you know, again, the main goal is you only have a certain amount of wires and, you know, whatever these things are to put your mesh on and your pipe cleaner. So the goal with the work garland is to create more, because you want this to be full. You don't want any gaps. So yeah, just throw another work garland down there. Whatever you got to do. I would do that instead of putting floral wire on, because that's a pain in the neck. Just take your time, Miss Mimi. You'll get it. I promise you. I'm still working on my bottom here. I'm probably going to have to end up cutting these extra off on my orange ties, because they're very bright. What color do I need now? Almost done with my bottom here.
Christina, did you make one last year for autumn also?
Nope. Nope, we just did Christmas. I did 2 for Christmas. I did 1 using the ruffle, and I did 1 with the poof method. So I still have both those videos. I mean, we're probably going to do one for Christmas too, because I have 4 tomato cages. I bought 4. The poof method is really pretty too on the tree. But again, I didn't do the work garland last year. I just did the floral wire, which the work garland is definitely easier so far. I mean, I'm still going around the bottom, but.
Well, someone made one with the leaves, and she used the leaf garlands.
You can do that, yeah. Actually, the one that I posted one of those.
You did?
Yeah, I bought some leaf garlands the year before, and I posted one of those.
You posted it in our group?
I thought I did.
I didn't see it. You don't have to use mesh. If you want to just use leaves, you can. In fact, the picture that I posted doesn't have mesh, but I did put a comment saying that I'm going to be adding mesh to mine. But you don't have to. If you just want to buy a bunch of leaf garlands and wrap those around. And also, the one pictured is sitting in like a vase or something. You can definitely put it in a vase if you want to. Just set it on your porch or whatever those things are called. You don't have to do mesh. Topiary. Yep.
I'll find that picture and I'll post it after we get done with class.
Okay. You made one last year with just the leaves?
Yeah, I did.
How many garlands did it take?
2.
Uh-huh.
But it probably needed some more on it. I probably didn't. I mean, I was just playing around with it.
The pipe cleaners that I have on the this work wreath, they are pencil thin.
Yeah, I noticed that. It doesn't matter. Mine just happened to be fluffier because that's the one I bought. That doesn't really matter at all.
Yeah, but it helps.
Oh, you're saying that's a good thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. Then that's a good thing. How you doing, Pammy? You're awful quiet.
Oh, I had to go feed Peanut. He was upset that I was not paying attention to him.
Oh, no.
So now he's happy. But I'm working on it. I have that metallic orange from Craft Outlets, and I really like the colors, but I'm hoping that whenever I add the leaves, it's not too orange. You know what I mean?
Just don't put a ton of leaves. I mean, you have the garlands, right? You were going to put in?
Yeah. No. I'm doing mesh, and then I bought leaves. And
no, I mean, but don't you have a leaf garland, I thought you said, or no?
No, I was confused when you said about leaf garland and then the work garland.
Uh-huh.
So I just bought a whole bunch of leaves and stuff that would be on a tree. Like, I didn't buy any flowers. But I did buy at Michael's, they had adorable little birds and an owl.
Oh, cute.
Oh, they're so stinking cute. So I bought those, and I thought they belong in a tree.
Gina got some really pretty Christmas ornaments from Hobby Lobby in fall colors.
I know. I know.
We should do another ornament wreath. You guys want to do another ornament wreath? That was fun.
That was fun last year, and I made a couple after that. And
Yours
have none of them because I donated them all.
Mimi, you would love that, the ornament wreath. You just take a bunch of Christmas ornaments and you glue them onto a styrofoam wreath and you're done.
I'll try that.
It's gorgeous. You can do all different colors. I'm almost done with my bottom, you guys, and it's only 9:15. Look how full that is, though, on the bottom.
How can that be? How can you do that and I can't?
Because I'm squishing them together really tight.
But I do too. There's a big space in between.
How can there be a space if you're squishing them together? I'm confused.
But I'm going to show you.
But you're adding the pipe cleaners to the bottom, right?
Look.
Hold on, let me make you big. Go down a little bit more. Go down so I can see the bottom. Now, turn your tree a little bit so I can see the mesh. Turn the, I don't see any spaces.
From here to here.
No, I mean, I thought you meant in between your mesh.
No.
Oh, okay, go up a little bit. Yeah, wow, yeah, that's a big space. You're gonna need to put another garland around there. Yeah. It's crazy how, you know, the trees are made differently depending on where you buy it. Yeah, I would just wrap another garland around, honey. You'll be fine. Color do I need?
Christina, what did you use to hold the pieces at the top?
My work garland, you mean? What do you mean? I just wrap my work garland around the top, and I use zip ties to secure it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I didn't see the beginning.
Yeah, that's you'll be able to see it. That's a work garland. You can get them from Craft Outlet or online, and it already has the pipe cleaners attached. But right now, I'm just attaching pipe cleaners around the bottom because there's no garland wrapped around the bottom. So you'll see when you see the video. Okay, let me see if I can fit another one in here. If I want to. I'm gonna put one more in here, I think, on the bottom. And then my bottom's going to be done. Now, as you're going up, because now you can start working on your work garland and adding to that. If you, like Mimi, if you find that your tree or your tomato cage, you know, depending on where you buy it, you might find that your space is bigger here. See, again, I put my garland in between the two bars that were already there. That's what you want to do when you attach your garland. If you find that you just still have a really big space, I need another zip tie there. You're either going to have to put another work garland on there, or you're going to just have to get a piece of floral wire and wrap it around the middle, just to give you, again, a vessel to, I call it a vessel, to attach your pipe cleaners to. That's the goal of having the work garland. And again, that's how I did it last year. I didn't use a work garland last year. I used floral wire, and I had to go up and down in between, you know, because there's only 3 rungs that go up and down here. I had to go up and down in between each one with floral wire, and I had to wrap it around the middle, and it was time consuming. And again, if you don't have a work garland and you want to try doing it that way, I mean, work garlands are cheap. They're only $5 online, $5-6 online. But if you'd rather try to do the floral wire way, I can send you the old video from last year that shows how I did that, if you want. But that's the only way you're going to be able to not have gaps. Because unfortunately, you know, tomato cages don't have a lot of places to put your mesh. If you want to go around when you're done, you're not going to need your pipe cleaners unless you plan on adding ribbon like you would to a wreath. So you can go back around and make sure your pipe cleaner is twisted a few times before you snip it off. Because you're not going to need the pipe cleaners, the extra pipe cleaner on there again, you know, unless you plan on adding some ribbon. But then you'll still probably have extra pipe cleaner on there that needs to be cut off. Now I'm getting cold. I'm going to turn that AC off.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm running out of battery here, but I'll finish this one, and then I'm gonna go to Lowe's and get their tomato cage. 'Cause
Okay.
this is not right.
Well, you can still use it, honey. You can go ahead and you can just add another work garland. That's up to you. You just need to be able to, you just need to be able to fill that gap. That's all. You need another place to put your mesh.
That's
whatever you want to do.
That's gonna require a lot of mesh, but I'll do it.
Okay, honey.
All right.
Good night, Mimi. I wish I could get you guys all in a room together. We could just, I could walk around and help you. You know, if anybody needs help, I kind of feel helpless sometimes over here on the video. If somebody gets stuck, it would be just so much easier for me if I could, you know, I feel so bad for her. I could just jump through and help her. Wouldn't that be fun to all be together in the same room, just kind of hanging out and having snacks and a couple of drinks? That would be fun. But I think I'm done with my bottom. Pulling out my extra pieces of mesh here. So that's my bottom. You can see how really full it is. And I just kind of, as I was adding my pipe cleaners, I just kept squishing them together. A moss green would look really pretty here too. So let me just see what I have over here. He's not going to text me. It's full of water. Okay. So let's move up to our work garland now. Now, I have a good portion of my work garland here. You can see, this is the very beginning of the work garland. You can see that, hold on, right there. It does not have any pipe cleaners on it, okay? The pipe cleaners didn't start right away. So I'm gonna have to add pipe cleaners to that. They didn't start immediately on the work garland. So I'm just gonna go in. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, I'm going to wrap it around that very first part of the work garland that didn't have any pipe cleaner on it. And that's where we're going to have to start. Does that make sense to everybody? Your work garland is going to have a big piece on the end that doesn't have any pipe cleaners on it.
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I just wrapped a pipe cleaner around it, and I'm gonna just do my mesh just like I did on the bottom. Try to get your ruffles to face out if you can, because you want them all to be facing out, because it just looks better that way. You can see, because these pieces are so big, these are 18-inch pieces of mesh, you can see that it doesn't take that long to get full. You know, if you had 10-inch pieces, you'd have to do 3 per tie, and it would just be much more work. Having these bigger pieces of mesh helps. So let me grab another pipe cleaner. And we're going to get to our first tie right over here. That's our first tie on the work garland. I'm just going to keep going around the work garland and adding where it needs it. But then it goes all the way to the end. It's just the very beginning of your work garland that doesn't have any ties on it. Maybe, I don't know, 6 inches or so, 6 or 7 inches.
I'm back. I'm getting booked on and off because of the storm we're having right now.
You're doing what?
We have a bad storm down here,
Oh no.
and it knocked me off the internet. I had to log back in.
Oh no.
But I wanted you to see this. I know I work fast. You told
You
me
do.
that.
You're done already?
No, I'm not done, but this is what I've got so far.
Wait, hold on. Let me just tie this piece on here.
It's about halfway up.
Let's see. Oh,
That's
so
pretty.
pretty. I love those colors.
That's gorgeous.
Really pretty.
And then you gotta put those ornaments on, Gina. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how long I'll be on here now because of this storm, so if y'all see me gone, you know what happened.
Show everybody your ornaments real quick. Do you have them?
Let me go grab them. Hold on.
I couldn't find them at mine. I don't think they had all their ornaments out yet. Oh, I definitely want to do an ornament wreath now that I'm thinking about it, because I bought a bunch of blue ones last year too that I wanted to use.
I haven't pulled them out of the sleeve yet, but my light's not real good. But
Oh,
they're
so
orange,
pretty.
yellow,
So pretty.
and red, and brown, and green.
And you got the 40% off, right?
Yep. Yep.
Now, is it like a burgundy or is it like a red?
It's a burgundy.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, it's burgundy.
Very nice. I'm going to add one more, and then I'm going to get to my first pipe cleaner on my garland, and I think I'll be good. You know what my kids love too? We were gonna make those tonight too with the spinach puffs, is they love the little pigs in the blanket. Hey Cheryl, I didn't see you pop on there. You get the crescent rolls and you put the little mini hot dogs in there. Yum. I'm glad I did some of this jute mesh in here too. Just the orange would have just been too much. Too much orange. I think I should put some of that other gold in there. I see that other gold just sitting there, but it's not metallic. And I just feel like these other ones are metallic, and Now, again, if you don't have your lights right away, you can always add your lights in after. Like I said, just make sure you tuck them in. Tuck them in inside your mesh so you don't see the wires. There. All right, so now I'm to my first pipe cleaner here on my work garland right there. So I'm going to start adding to that. Hey, Joanne. I see Joanne's on here. I keep looking up to see who may have popped on while I have been busy working here. Looking for my orange, and my orange is over here. I've got mesh all over the place here. Obviously, the bottom is going to take you the longest because it's the biggest. As you go up, you know, you're going to find that it's going to go a little faster for you because it's getting smaller. They have really big tomato cages too. If you feel like you want to tackle one of those, by all means, but it's just going to take you a little bit longer. It's going to take more mesh too.
John was creative. He bought me some 36s and he was almost going to buy me 54s.
Is that what you're doing now? You didn't get, you're not doing a 36?
No, I got a 33 right now. I'm going to be surprised. Well, then it'll give me a gauge for the 36s how much more I need, but that's going to be a 2 work wreath.
Yeah. Work garland, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What's the biggest that they have? And now why do they come so big?
I know. Well, I think people use them for like green beans and stuff, which you bind up more.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the way this ruffle went on. I got to put it on again. It's looking weird to me. Hold on. Let's do this again. Let's try this again. My ruffle was looking a little wonky. There. So this isn't too exciting, you guys. We're just going around and adding our ruffles. It's a little time consuming to be sure.
It's pretty. I like
Oh, thank you. Who is that?
It's Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia. I didn't recognize your voice, but I'll get used to your voice. Don't worry.
This is my first class.
It is. Awesome. Welcome, Patricia, everybody.
Now, I'm not making one as you are, but I'm going to.
That's okay. You can definitely watch.
Welcome, Patricia.
Glad to have you with us.
Thanks.
Pam and Gina have been with me for a very long time.
We have been.
You have.
Did you do the Christmas tree last year, Pam?
I'm sorry?
Did you do the Christmas tree last year?
No, I was working, so I didn't get to do that.
She's always working.
I'm always working or I'm always doing homework.
She is. You know how many classes we've done, you guys? I counted the other day. You want to take a guess? Pam or Gina?
125?
No, not that many. I think it's up to like 90, though.
See?
I was going to say 65 or 70.
No, we passed that a long time ago.
Oh.
Is that
Wow.
crazy or what?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of doing this now. I could never get tired of these classes. You guys keep me going. Now, if you kind of peek in here, which I'm kind of doing, and I see a little bit of a gap, just throw a pipe cleaner in there. I think I'm going to wait until I'm done going around my garland, and then I'm going to see if there's any gaps. And you can always add another pipe cleaner.
Christina, does
Yeah.
making the ruffles kind of eat the ends of your fingers up?
A little bit. Yeah, it's the mesh.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just the
Maybe
mesh.
that's what it was. I didn't know if it was just me or if it happened to anybody else.
No, it just, it gets, because it's itchy, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Very rough. I don't think we're going to be able to finish the tree in class, though, Patricia. This is kind of a big project, and usually when that happens, what I'll do is I'll just finish recording it on my own, and then you'll get 2 videos. You'll get
That's fine.
Yeah, you'll get one from the live class and one from the from my video.
Yeah.
I had to do that with the zinnia. I don't know if you saw the zinnia flower that I made, but that was a two-parter, because usually after about 2 hours, we're all getting kind of pooped out and we need a break. When I saw someone make a tree like this, I can't remember who it was. It was somebody that was doing a live. And this is actually a method that I've always wanted to try. They actually had 21-inch mesh, but they ruffled it the long way. So they had 21-inch mesh they cut into 10-inch pieces, but instead of the method that I do where I fold it in half, or I roll it and then I fold it in half, they just took the long end and they ruffled it up and put it on. That always kind of scares me, because then that means that your cut edges are on the outside. That's kind of why I don't like to do that. But that's what they did. So they had really long ruffles on theirs. And you can do that. I mean, right now, because we have 2 per tie, we have 18-inch pieces. We've got almost 40 inches of mesh in each tie, which is why it's looking nice and full, which is what you want. Tomorrow night's class is going to be fun. Tomorrow night's class is going to be easy with the ribbon, the 9-inch ribbon, or in some people's case, 7.5 inches, because Michael's decided to make that ribbon 7.5 inches this year instead of 9. That's going to be a fun class. That's going to be an easy class. It's just the pull through. That's all we're doing, but we're going to do it with ribbon instead of burlap or mesh. That's all it is, ladies. Very easy. I need a drink, excuse me. That's looking nice though. It's looking nice and full. I can't wait to see it when it's lit up. Now again, if you find that when you're adding it to your work garland, if you find that, you know, they're kind of spaced a little too full, I just pulled this piece apart. This is really cheap mesh. This gold mesh is very cheap. I don't even know where I got this, but the metallic is coming out. So if you're adding it to your garlands, your work garland, and you find that your pipe cleaners are a little bit too far apart, and you've got a gap, again, just go in between, try to find, you know, something on the tomato cage that you can attach another pipe cleaner to, and just add another, you know, set of mesh, which I might do. Or you could just put the actual pipe cleaner on the work garland itself, which I might do. For some reason, it seems like I have kind of a big gap here in between this pipe cleaner and this pipe cleaner, so I might put another, but I think I'm going to do that now. And I don't want to use that piece of mesh anyway because it ripped on me. So you see how there's one pipe cleaner here, and then there's the next one is here. It's kind of a big space. Now, a lot of times that happens because when they're making these in the factory, you know, they go a little bit fast. And let me find some more pipe cleaners here. Things just aren't really spaced. I got a bunch of these orange ones. Wow. I don't really space them as evenly as they should.
How many rolls of mesh would you say you're using on this?
At least 3. I have 3 different colors.
Mm-hmm.
But if you plan on just using one color, I would definitely get at least 3 rolls.
No, I'll use multiple colors. I have different color fall colors.
Well, how many colors? Do you want to use 2 or 3? Because if you have 3 different colors, that's fine.
I'll probably use 3. I think I have a 2-tone brown and gold and.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
I mean, that I ordered from Craft Outlet for fall wreaths. So I'll probably use 3, maybe 4.
Are you the one that messaged me that said you just bought a bunch of fall mesh and ribbon?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
somebody
so.
else. Somebody just messaged
That was me.
No, it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
It was somebody else. Somebody new that said they just stopped up.
I've got 4 rolls of mesh that I'm using of the 10-inch mesh, and I'm probably gonna have to use more because I think I'm gonna have to put more on it.
You what?
I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be using 4 rolls of mesh, and I'm just up on my 2nd run, and I think I'm gonna have to have more mesh.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna need more. I don't know. But I'm kind of running low on my gold, so I may have spoken too soon here. All right, now I can go to my next pipe cleaner. So I filled that gap. The bottom definitely takes a lot. You're going around the bottom. I probably should have used that non-metallic gold in here too, because I only had 1 roll of the gold metallic, and I have the non-metallic gold too. I may have to start putting some of that in. Like I said, when you're adding your next ruffle, make sure that you're not squishing down the one before it. Just kind of pull it out and make sure that they're poofing each other out, so everything's coming out. Make sure that you're crisscrossing each piece too. You put the next one on top of it. Because you don't want the mesh that you put on top to totally hide the mesh that's underneath. You want that to kind of both be showing. I think I'm gonna throw in a piece of this non-metallic gold right now. Just because I have it. It's not 18 inches though. So I'm gonna have to use a couple. I just want to see how that looks because I don't think I'm gonna have enough of the metallic gold. I'm going to sneak a couple of pieces of this in. These are from another project, so they're a little bit shorter. I think they're only 10 inches. But I like to use stuff that I have on hand. Leftover mesh. I never like to throw away any leftover mesh that I may have from another project. I want to use it.
I never ever throw it away.
No, because you know what? There's been many times. I think when we did you probably weren't here for that class. We did it was a rail, it was a door rail. And I had all mesh from other projects. I didn't have to buy any new mesh for that at all. I love that.
Yeah.
It just happened to work out that I had the right colors. I think I'm going to have to put another pipe cleaner in the middle here because there's kind of a gap. I'm just attaching it right to the work garland. This mesh loves to curl. It's so funny when you meet people in like the craft store, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever, and you can see them looking. I've had this happen to me many times. You see them looking at a roll of mesh, and they pick it up and they're looking at it, and you can tell that they've never seen it before. You know, and they're wondering, what the heck do you do with this? So I've enlightened many people many times. And they see me looking and I'm like, you know what to do with that, right? No, what is it? And then of course, I have to fill them in because that's just what I do. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, look what you can make. Wow. You know, I saw this stuff here and I never knew. And I remember the first time I discovered it, you know, when my kids were little, and, you know, my son is 27 now. I have two daughters that are, my youngest just turned 24. My other daughter's going to be 26. Yes. Oh my God, 26. You know, I used to make wreaths when they were little, but I did the grapevine and the floral, and I did Christmas wreaths. And it wasn't until maybe, you know, 2 years ago or so now that I found out, you know, what this deco mesh. What the heck is that? What is that? What do you do with that? I've never seen anything like that. And then, of course, you get excited when you see all the different things that you can make. And then that's it. And then you're addicted, and then that's all you spend your money on.
Christina.
Yeah.
This is Cheryl. When I was in Massachusetts, I went to a Michael's to look for some mesh.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking around and finally said to this girl, where do you keep your deco mesh? And she said, what? I said, your deco mesh, where do you keep that? She said, oh, we don't have any of that. And I said, yes, you do. You must have it. She said, what? No, I don't think we carry that. I walked 2 feet, literally 2 feet, looked down an aisle, and there it was. And I said, come here, little girl, let me tell you something.
Oh my gosh.
She couldn't believe she didn't know what it was. And then when she looked, she said, well, what do you do with that? And then I started to tell her about it. And I said, now you know where it is. Keep that in mind.
Oh my God, how funny. That's so funny. When she worked there and she didn't know what it was. So now you gotta tell people, we carry Deco Mesh.
See, you learn something new every day.
Yes, you do. All right, hold on one second. What time do we have here? Oh, we've got 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to get as much done in 10 minutes as I can. Actually, you know, I got a lot more done than I thought I would. It's the bottom that takes the most time because it's the biggest. You're going around. I can't even tell you how many pipe cleaners I added around the bottom, but that's the most time-consuming part. And obviously, as you get up toward the middle more and the top, it's smaller. So you seem to have a lot of orange here, but I'm okay with that.
I think it's pretty.
Thank you. I'm just kind of looking to see if there's any gaps.
I've got to go. It's getting bad here, Christina.
Oh, okay. Get off.
You be safe.
I will, and I'll just get the whatever this video, the next video that you have to do to finish it.
Okay, my dear.
All right. See everybody later. Have a good night.
Bye, Gina.
I just didn't want it to be all orange. Honestly, that was my plan. I was going to do all orange, and I thought, why was I thinking I want to do all orange? I got to have some other colors in here. So that's when I already had the jute, the tan, and then I found the gold. Like I said, I was kind of hoping that Dollar General had put out their fall mesh because they had a real pretty jute mesh with, I think, gold or orange stripes in it. But they hadn't put it out yet. I'm so tempted sometimes when I call and they say, oh, you know, we got the truck, it came in, and all the stuff is in the back. I'm so tempted to say, well, can I just go back there and like find it? They're like, what? No. What do you mean you haven't put it out yet? What? Get that out. I feel like I should put some orange on the bottom sometimes. I'm putting the orange on the top, and I feel like it's burying my other colors.
Christina.
Yeah.
This is Katrina. I have a question. On the top of the tomato cage.
Yeah.
Where that big space is.
Yeah.
Could you use a wire hanger and put floor wire around it to kind of pin it? Would that work?
Let me just get this one piece in, and I'm going to look up at what you're talking about here.
Okay.
Now, were you going to use a work garland or floral wire to? Because you're going to have gaps in your tomato cage. So
okay.
You either have to use the work garland to wrap around it to fill those gaps, or you have to use floral wires. Is that what you mean?
Okay.
Or?
I guess.
I have like this big space here. I have my work garland wrapped around it. Now, when I get up there, you know, like I'm still probably going to have to attach pipe cleaners to my circle here, my one going around. Okay. But that's the goal of putting the work garland on is to fill those other gaps where I don't have this. I'm going to have to put pipe cleaners on that.
Okay.
Attach mesh to it, and then I have my wires here. I can attach pipe cleaners to. So, if you don't have a work garland, you're going to have to use. You know, I don't know how easy it would be to bend a wire hanger. You could try that, but floral wire would probably be a lot easier. If you don't want to use the work garland. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Katrina? Or?
Oh, it does.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. The only thing about jute mesh is that it has a tendency to fray. I'm killing my freezer. I gotta put my AC back on. I'm dying. We're not gonna be able to finish this tonight, though, you guys, like I thought, because it's time consuming. But what I'll do is tomorrow afternoon, I'll go ahead and record the rest of it. Let me just put a couple more on here.
All right, I gotta go anyways.
Okay, bye, Patricia.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. So now right here, I have a space, okay, with no garland. I'm not sure if you can see that. I just went ahead and wrapped the pipe cleaner around the bar going up and down. Right there, I put a pipe cleaner. Now what I might also do, because it looks like it's gonna wanna slide, it's going around that vertical bar. I think I'm gonna grab a zip tie and secure it with my zip tie too, just to keep it from sliding up and down the bar. If I can find my zip ties, I lost them. You kind of have to think outside the box, meaning, you know, just get creative. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap a zip tie around that pipe cleaner and it'll help it hold on to that bar a little bit better. It's a vertical bar and it's gonna wanna slide. So the zip tie, see that's not moving now. That's not moving up and down. If I just put the pipe cleaner on that bar going up and down, it would have slid. So I put a zip tie on there and now it's staying. So since I didn't have a garland here to put anything on, I had a bar. You have a space to put a pipe cleaner, use it. I don't care if it's a vertical bar, I don't care if it's a bar going around, use it. What color do I want now? I gotta have my niche. I'm gonna put this one more on, then we're gonna call it a night because we're losing a lot of people. Everybody's falling asleep. And then I'll just go ahead and I'll finish recording it tomorrow. And I'll show you how to put the leaves on. And if you want to put ribbon on, we can put some ribbon on. Oops. Yeah, that zip tie really helped it from sliding. We don't want it to slide. Actually, there's a pipe cleaner right there that I missed. How did I do that? I missed one right there. Let me go back down there and use that one. How did I miss that one? It was hiding. And then we'll go up to the other one. Let me just put this last bundle on, then we'll say goodnight. Everybody's falling asleep. And unless you plan on adding ribbon, which we can, you're not going to need these extra pieces of pipe cleaner sticking out. So when you're done adding all your mesh, if you don't want those to be seen, just go ahead and snip them off. One more piece of orange here. Now you're gonna love it when you plug your lights in and you see how pretty the lights look shining through the mesh. It's so, so pretty. It shines right through. All right, there's my last piece. It's not gonna really take me that long to do the rest, but it is 10 o'clock, it's getting late. I will go ahead and I'll finish recording this tomorrow and post my picture when it's done and then get you guys the video. How's that sound? Sorry we couldn't finish. I didn't think we were going to be able to finish. I had a feeling we weren't going to be able to finish.
I didn't think we were going to finish either.
I got a lot done though.
Yeah, I've got like 3/4 of it done.
Yeah. All right, you guys, have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Christina. It's really pretty.
You're welcome.